Hi, I'm Eden Bradley, and I'm the New York Times and USA Today bestselling author of more than 40 novels, novellas, and short stories. I write erotica and erotic romance. And I'm here today to talk to you about menopause and your sexual health. So there are a lot of things that people tell you about menopause, about the moodiness and the hot flashes, but sex is not something everyone's comfortable talking about, sometimes not even your doctor. So I'm 54 years old. I first hit menopause 9 years ago, and I have been through the ringer. I've had every symptom in the book to the nth degree. I don't know why, but there's some things that I've learned collectively through different doctors, both traditional medicine and Eastern alternative medicine, and by talking with a lot of other women. So I do have some notes here. So the one thing I really want to talk today is painful sex. And that's something that you may have heard about, but they don't always tell you why. And the reason why is as your body loses estrogen, the vaginal tissues become very fragile. But there are some really easy fixes for that that seem to work for a lot of women. And the first thing is vitamin E. I think one of my acupuncturists first told me about this, and she had me take 1,000 milligrams a day. And a few weeks later, it started to improve a little bit. And I went up to 2,000, and eventually I think I was at about 3 or 4,000 a day. I'm now on bioidentical hormones, so I've been able to dial that back. And do check with your doctor before you begin any regimen, even with natural supplements. It's always a good idea to check in. Make sure there are no contradictions with any medications you might be taking. Sorry, my puppy is here bugging me. Voodoo, it's okay. You don't need hormones. Okay, where was I? The other thing is lube. Lube, lube, lube. I cannot say it enough. There cannot be too much lube. Put a bunch in. You can get one of those lube shooters. It looks almost like a little hypodermic instrument without the needle on it. Very, very helpful. If after a minute or two it feels like you need more, what the heck? Use more. It doesn't matter. What matters is your comfort. And you don't want to tear the tissues, which can happen, and then you can't do anything for a while. So neither you or your partner will be happy about that. What else? What else? Oh, my favorite lube. My favorite lube, I always have to talk about it, is Astroglide. When I was a regular guest on Playboy Radio, the adult stars there referred me to Astroglide as their favorite lube, and I love the stuff. Just the basic water-soluble, best stuff ever. Some other things, some natural remedies that can help with the let's talk English, Eden, with the tissue fragility is evening primrose oil. So again, my acupuncturist said take 1,000 units of it, which I did for a few months. It didn't seem to help that much. I was on a forum with a bunch of romance writers, and a wonderful author, Kate Pierce, who writes fantastic erotic romance. If you haven't read her, you should. She suggested that I take a really high dose, and I think I got up to about 5,000 units a day. And before I went on hormones, that was like a lifesaver. It also helped with the moodiness and the hot flashes and the itchy skin and some of the other stuff people don't talk about. And that was really good. I'm on bioidentical hormones now, and things are pretty balanced, but I still take 2,000 units of the evening primrose oil. I just found that that's what works for me. So you're going to have to work with your doctors and do a little experimenting yourself to find what's the best level. But that combined with the vitamin E and the lube can really help with the fragile vaginal tissues so that you can have a sex life again. The other thing is, ladies, if you don't use it, you lose it. And I know that that may sound like an old wives' tale. It's true. So if you don't have a partner with an outie, get yourself a dildo, or I like the vibrating kind, whatever works for you. Not all of us are size queens, so it doesn't have to be giant size. And in fact, it's probably better in the early stages of getting your body back on track to use something smaller. It just helps your body to maintain the elasticity in the tissues. And it also helps you to maintain your orgasm. And that's something I'm going to talk about next time. Is some of us lose our orgasm, and it can come back. There's lots of remedies. I have lots more to talk about. Meanwhile, if you enjoyed this video, if it was helpful to you, I hope you'll tune in again. Just check in with my website, www.edenbradley.com, for more news about my videos or about my books if you'd like to read my work. You can also find me on my group blog with authors R.G. Alexander and Robin L. Rotham. We're at smutketeers.com. And you can also follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, and pretty much all over online. Okay, wishing you all great sex life, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks.